What an amazing story. What an amazing story. But we do not tell stories for the sake of entertainment. We tell stories so that we may learn from them. So what can we learn from this? First of all, he was taken as a slave. Now how many people, when they get treated as badly or abused as children, whether it be physically, sexually, verbally, emotionally, it doesn't matter. But how many people, when they're abused as children, want to inflict the same abuse on others as adults? In fact, some of the Mamluks would do that as adults because of the torture they had seen when they were so young. They, for example, would easily kill people. It was, if they thought that someone was plotting against them, they would kill them, no problem. They would kill them, no problem, just by the thought. There was no real evidence. So you can see how when someone has been treated in a bad way, especially when they're young, they want to inflict that upon others when they grow up. But Qutuz did not do this. He was taken as a slave. He saw his mother, maybe his sisters, his aunts being tortured, maybe raped, enslaved, and yet he was able to hold himself and his composure. He was whimless. Also, we see that people that are treated like that when you're younger, they crave attention when they're older. They lack approval for themselves and they need the approval of others. So this is the whim of approval. And yet you do not see this with Qutuz. SubhanAllah, from day one, he sits down with his shura and he unites them. And he says to them, I have taken power, but not so that I can keep it, only to defeat the Mongols. We see in that he does not have the whim for approval. You want to be the ruler so that people can respect you, so that people can look up to you. You are the man. And yet Qutuz is saying, no, this is not why I've done it. And when he is later killed by Baybars, before he was killed, he was going to hand it to Baybars anyway. And as he dies, he gives it to Baybars. This is a man who is not after it so that people can approve of him. He does not have this whim. He does not have the whim of security. He gives total pardon to all of those people that fought him before. He does not have the whim to control. He knows that he has control. He does not need to whim for it. He gives Al-Ashraf Al-Ayyubi pardon. And he says, come and I will make you in charge of Egypt. And I will be your right hand man. I will be your second in command. And he says, if you don't want that, then let me send you an army. And if you don't want that, then let me send you an army with whoever you want to lead it. Again, he does not lack security. He does not have that whim. SubhanAllah. What does he then do? He goes and he meets and he does the shura with the people. He tells them the truth. He tells them that the Mongols are 35 kilometers away. They're in Gaza. The Mongols are in Gaza. What does he do? He says, I will go and fight. He does not have the whim for security. He does not lack security. He knows the ultimate and true security comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Al-Izz ibn Abdul Salam says we have to sell, that the rulers have to sell everything that they took unjustly from the people, Qutuz says, I will be the first to sell everything that I have. He does not fear poverty. SubhanAllah, a man went back to his people after the Prophet ﷺ had given him everything between two mountains. He says, I come to you from a man that does not fear poverty. The Prophet ﷺ did not lack security. Inside, he was more secure than anyone. And he would make dua for one companion after another, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give him ghina, that would give him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give him wealth in his heart. Make him feel so secure in his heart that he did not need the dunya. He did not have this whim of security. And Qutuz did not have this whim. He said, I will go and fight them by myself. And then he sold everything. Who can live in this world without wealth? You feel scared when you come to give sadaqah. How about selling everything and just leaving for yourself a horse and weapons? And yet Qutuz was able to do so. Then what happens? In the middle of the battle, in the middle of the war, he takes his helmet off. He knows that this is important. He takes his helmet off. He knows that he is a role model. He does not lack security. And he jumps straight in there. Wa Islamah, wa Islamah. This is not about me. I'm not fighting so that people can say I am the man. I'm fighting because this is for Islam. He does not lack approval. He does not lack approval. And he doesn't lack control. He says, Ya Allah, unsur abdak. Oh Allah, bring victory. Help your slave, Qutuz. You see, brothers and sisters, when you do not approve of yourself, we become arrogant. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but when you do not approve of yourself, you do not really know where you are. You see, if I approve of myself, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter. I might wear it for reasons, but it doesn't matter. I don't feel more special if I'm wearing Gucci or Diesel or Armani. I might as well not be wearing any labels. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. It does not change my heart. It does not change my heart. But when you lack approval in yourself, you do not accept your slavery. You do not accept the fact that you're a slave to Allah. Why? Because how can I be a slave? Yeah, you know in your mind that you are, but in your heart you reject it. People reject it. But Qutuz is happy with himself. Qutuz does not have this lack of approval. And so he can tell the truth. I am your servant, I am your slave. Help your slave, O Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings him victory. He does not lack control because he knows where control is. All of control is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He does not whim for it because he knows that Allah gives whom he wishes and takes away from whom he wishes. What I did not mention in the story was that when Qutuz went back to Egypt, subhanAllah, what did he do? He reinstated some of his enemies into their seats. He does not lack anything, brothers and sisters. He does not whim for any of this dunya. He is strong now. He is strong. None of these people that he has reinstated can war against him and win. It will not happen. He is too strong for them. And then he gives up everything for Baybars. And Baybars, thinking that Qutuz was going to kill him, decided to kill him first. And Qutuz says, Wallahi, I only called you to the castle so that I could give you the throne. And then he does the ultimate act of sacrifice. And he forgives Baybars and he gives him the throne. Can you see? Go through the story again, brothers and sisters. I'm only giving you bullet points. I'm only giving you bullet points. There is so much in this. Go through it and analyze. And analyze. Notice how he does not have the whim for control. Notice how he does not have the whim for approval. And notice how he does not have the whim for security. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. I really hope, this was not supposed to be a history lesson, but I really hope that I was able to inspire you through this amazing character of Qutuz. Mahmud ibn Mamdud, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have all of His mercy upon him. May He elevate him in Jannah again and again and again and again. May He elevate him such that he is with the companionship of the Prophet ﷺ and all of the Sahaba. For truly, this man, we are so indebted to him. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.